All right, here we are. Another live Thursday meditation. Are you excited? This week, just before I get into it, I wanted to talk about meditation as one piece of the puzzle. Because, yeah, it's one thing that can help your life, but there are so many other things that you can do that go right alongside meditation that you can look into. If you get into the personal self development thing, there's so many routes you can take, um, and I would suggest not getting stuck on meditation alone. I do it here. The reason I started this channel was because I wanted to bring attention to the average everyday person that this is something that you can do that can break you out of that cycle of coming home every night, always cracking a beer, sitting in front of the TV, doing the same thing over and over and over again, which I found just to leave me feeling empty inside. I was thinking about that tonight. I used to be really into sports, and I can't believe how much time I wasted invested in watching hockey games. And I still have a long way to go. I got lots of vices. I probably still watch way too much TV, probably play way too many video games, and I'm sure that part of my life, you know, uh, that time will fade out of the picture. Um, because I enjoy meditation and I enjoy the benefits that it gives. Uh, but like just a suggestion for things, I'll talk about them in the weeks to come. But you know, breaking off of meditation, there are things like yoga. There's like good physical yoga. There's spiritual yoga. There's um, there's introspection. There's self inquiry. Those are just like some of the spiritual tidbits, and there's all types of spiritual practices that have worked forever, like fasting. Say, you're working on your diet or nutrition. Um, I like meditation as my foundation. I don't know what you use for your foundation, but meditation for me has been a great foundation where those other building blocks all tend to stem out of. Um, I see growth in other little areas of my life. I'm reading more now. I got these self help books that I'm reading now. This Radical Honesty one. I haven't gotten to this one yet. That's my next book. But I read this one here, which was really good, Mastery by George Leonard, and this one, which was really good, The Subtle Art of Not Giving Enough by Mark Manson. That was a good book. You know, I'm starting to read more now. I never read before. And I'm hoping that I can keep up with that because I've been enjoying it and I've been learning it. Um, and it's just there's so many fields, and when you go online, it's like on YouTube into like any of the personal development stuff. There's just so much there. You could study it forever. Um, but the danger in that part of it is that you can get caught up in just listening to stuff and studying to stuff and not putting any of it into practice. So that's what we're doing here is we're putting it into practice. So if you stumble across my channel, if you turn this on and you're watching it, join me for the meditations. Try 20 minutes. If you've never done it before, sit down and try it. If you don't know how to do it, I've got videos on, the, how you could get started. But again, I'm kind of new. I still see myself as new. There is tons of content out there on how to do meditation. Don't have to take what I say about it. There's so much stuff out there on meditation that can give you those building blocks and get you started on a habit. Uh, so yeah, just remember that meditation is just one piece of a much, an infinite picture. You could probably, I guess you could say maybe, of growth, and it's exciting to see, where it can take you. Um, you know, I've been studying and listening to a lot about, enlightenment, stuff like that. It's pretty radical, the claims of enlightenment and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that I buy into it, completely, but I do find it fascinating. And if I am doing this mindfulness, work, and I can add some self inquiry in there, and an introspection, and it can build me, and maybe one day, it could lead me to enlightenment. That'd be pretty awesome, you know, if if that's even a real thing. But just the practical benefits of meditation, uh, I find can help. But again, I don't want to become too ideological about it, or I just notice what it's done. I'm working with it. I'm testing it. I'm seeing how it's going, and you don't have to feel like some weird spiritual nut when you're doing it. Anyone can do. More and more people are starting to clue in and going, oh, this is definitely a beneficial thing. Um, and I have the sneaky suspicion that meditation as it's just a benefit for me. It's a benefit for me. I have a feeling that that part, as you do it more and more, will start to go away, and you'll see that there's something greater to meditation beyond it just being about you making your life better. In the beginning, that's okay. It's like a selfish ego thing. Like, I'm gonna get better at work because I can focus better, and all this stuff. But I think it gets deeper than that. The more you sit with it, and you start to realize that maybe that's not the most important thing to do with my life. Maybe I don't know. You have to do the sits and see yourself. Um, but come on, join me. I'm gonna do 20 minutes like I always do, and then I'll come back. We'll do some of our spiritual reading stuff. So yeah, I'll put on the music here, and we'll get going. myself some carbonated water here. Now, if you've been doing the sits with me now, I think this is like week 12. You might notice that the time seems to go a lot faster the more like that you get used to it. If you're only doing it once a week, though, I'm sure it's not picking up. That's why I recommend the 30-day habit. Also, you know how last week I was talking about Padmasana or the lotus position or stuff like that. So I've been stretching on that. I've been working on it, and I found that because it's so hard to find time for all these habits, it's ridiculous. But when I'm reading, I will sit in some of those those stretchy positions, and some that I wasn't even doing last week. You can find some out. Anything that kind of puts your legs in those positions, and if you can kind of sit in it while you're doing something, if you are watching TV or a movie or something like that, or you're reading a book, or just sitting outside enjoying the day, whatever you want, you can practice those stretches, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm starting to see slow, growth in my stretching. I'm starting to get my legs more accustomed. My knees, man, they kill when you put them into a pretzel, man, like that. It's hard at the age of 40. So it's better if you can start doing it when you're 20. But anyway, this week's spiritual reading, I decided to go with some African proverbs. So this is all over the continent of Africa. These are from some of their spiritual teachings or their more common sayings. They're really short, so I'm going to read 25 of them because they're just like bullet points. They're really, really fast. But yeah, kind of interesting coming out of Africa. So I'll start reading these off for you. So number one, a bird that flies off the earth and lands on an anthill is still on the ground. Number two, he that beats the drum for the madman to dance is no better than the madman himself. Number three, whether water is the boss, there the land must obey. Number four, no matter how beautiful no matter how beautiful and well crafted a coffin might look, it will not make anyone wish for death. Number five, when the shepherd comes home in peace, the milk is sweet. Number six, a spider's cobweb isn't only its sleeping spring, but also its food trap. Number seven, if you do not have patience, you cannot make beer. Number eight, he who runs after good fortune runs away from peace. Number nine, teeth do not see poverty. I think it has to do with you smiling. 10, you have little power over what's not yours. Number 11, if you pick up one end of the stick, you also pick up the other. Number 12, better little than too late. 13, you must attend your business with the vendor in the market and not the noise of the market. Number 14, when you befriend a chief, remember that he sits on a rope. I have no idea what that means. Number 15, the night has ears. Number 16, the child you sired hasn't sired you. 17, a doctor who invoked a storm on his people cannot prevent his house from destruction. 18, an intelligent enemy is better than a stupid friend. 19, the young bird does not crow until it hears the old ones. 20, if you carry the egg basket, do not dance. 21, the food which is prepared has no master. 22, The worlds of the elders do not lock all the doors. They leave the right door open. 23. Even the best cooking pot will not produce food. 24. The child of a rat is a rat. 25. Where you will sit when you are old shows where you stood in youth. And I think that's it. There's another 25 I could read off there. You could find that on the Matador Network if you want to read some more of those African proverbs. You could sit and chew on those. Well, I love proverbs. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this week. Again, if you're new, all these episodes now I'm posting on my YouTube channel, which is Coral Living. So if you want to watch them later there, you can watch them on YouTube. And a challenge I put out every single week is that if you're new to meditation, I challenge you to do 30 days of 20 minutes a day. Set your timer, take it really serious, follow it, and tell me if you don't know the difference after 30 days of doing meditation. So that pretty much wraps it up this week. I'll see you guys again next Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And you guys have a good week. All right.